Hi, great and honorable platform. This is Mission Administrator Sylvester. I'm your number one host. I'm here to dedicate this time also to the great ones with their spiritual work and salute from the Lord and to generation who pray that in the world and the world of the Lord are in a shining world. This is one and number one archangel, your spiritual guide to the land which the Lord has predestined, of who he also said, justice shall lead, and he, the Lord himself, shall descend in a shout with the voice of an archangel. That which we have also known unto this generation is this pure information we've gathered. Right now, what the Lord and Spirit descend that I made available to you. For you to really say that you understand, then you focus and do practically what the Spirit is guiding us through. Now, I very thank you so much. You are watching, not just watching, it's doing for your good. I don't think you have ever supported a channel to have even what you are hearing today, as we may pay several thousands of dollars to enroll in other higher education. Here is even what your masters have not ever had as an opportunity to learn, to even know the truth. This teaching comes from the Spirit, and that is the Spirit of purest truth. Here, with this, without much waste time, I have a few presentation materials here as myself, the great Sylvester Kwesi, the Aquarian Prince, the age of the Lord, to present the understanding of what nobody has ever been given and the situation on hand to know the way forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Now, we're going to look at First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 29, which will be our main topic, and dealing with many other topics or subsections will be whatever it is to sue as greatest. That word and English language decoding. Thank you for the bosses of the word. Thank you so much. That to err, you were supposed to know that to err means what? A human. That the word to err was actually pointed out to you that somebody's name is E-R. The E-R. That is to err. It means that anytime somebody uttered the word, or the Lord or the Spirit of the Lord of heavens uttered the word, it's directed to somebody called E-R. I don't think you ever know this, because this is the best way you can say that you made it, and then we see what it is truly. And then ONAN. Then Nathan. Nathan is actually a prophet, one of the prophets of those days. A salute, great salute, and a two salah. Great workers to you. You can find all that is happening right now on Mission Ministry Service right here on YouTube, and Spirit Holy Virgin Service on Facebook. Nobody else manages that other than myself. Nobody does it, because this is a virgin channel. Purest. As heaven showing colors, then I tell you the departure and the welcome. I welcome also any other spirit that is all the greatest authority, our spirit of miracle working power, spirit of understanding. I welcome you. I welcome all of you to also take over to take charge of the language and all that it is that makes every word and sound and echo a supernatural world. Thank you for this broadcast that you also made available. As my little encouragement is this, that I fail not. Let's go on. As the way to the Lord and to the light. Let's get it. Ready for an action. I've been broadcasting in the live presence and in the live studio in an open place. This is your number one. Waters from that distance and the city built before you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Now let's take our very presentation material. Is over ready and overdue. Now check what it is in First Chronicles. If we're going to learn so much lessons of this, because the word or the name Nathan, he was a prophet, but not known to the people commonly as they wrote about many others in the scriptures as they contain it. So you knowing about a few of them will also lead to many others that you probably know. He was one of them. Yeah, you see it as this. Now watch carefully. Now, First Chronicles chapter 29, verse 29. Here it is something that now the acts of David, or thou, the king, first and last. Behold, they are written in the book of Samuel, the seer, and in the book of Nathan. You see that the Bible is making reference to a books that already existed. Not that the Bible was a book, but rather they compiled the Bible to a book. So it's a Bibas. They just compiled as gathering, selecting few others that were popular common to them as for their guidance they did. But that the Bible, that same Bible, is making a reference, connecting you to other books that were available already. So there were books already available that they didn't include. It means those ones were originally books. They were not scrolls like leaves and things you were having. This is what I can tell you. Now that you know that the Bible is a book now you know other books that you didn't get introduced to. Here is your learning. That the book of Nathan, the prophet. So who among the prophets have you left out without letting the Lord lead you to whatever it is? It says that it is indeed a great one. Would you mention others and not mention them all? I just want to ask you this. And the question is the answer. Already, if I ask you this, it means you already know the answer. Now, Nathan, the prophet, and in the book of God, the seer. Do you see that these were all books already available? Before they come to what make a Bible, there's already mentioned book. It means with the boundaries, the artist, and the real art of the universe, the here, art. We were already here, working and learning. This is all that the Lord wants to say. He opened room to it. Now watch carefully. They were what? Seers and prophets. Do we think it is best to live without any of these seers and prophets if they have truly received of the Lord the Spirit? I don't feel like you would have been given the best. That you need a seer, according to the word, that is Spirit and guidance. It means for someone to perceive or watch for you, or that you can be free to do what you have to say, you can do best. Then it comes with a prophecy, which means that there's a word that you can say. Why I fight for this is because at the end of the day, I will profit in. I will end up getting something from it. I don't just do that. I would end up getting a result from the Lord, which is if I give out first, the Lord will give me also in multiple times. The Lord even made a proclamation that He would have given many times. That if somebody even carry your very best good of you, they will pay 10 times, 100-fold of that. Just look at that. So to lose one thing, the Lord is going to reward somebody. He told this 10 times, 100-fold. You too, have you done something to deserve it? Have you done something for the Lord to make such promises? Then I tell you, my channel have got prophecies now for myself, not in the name of somebody, that I receive the prophecy. Then I hope that in whatever name it is given, that in my age and perfection, or my reflection, or my perpetual understanding, which is the Spirit that made the creation available, then it shall be. Now, would you know that the Lord is doing it? That you cannot. Even a few hours ago, I treated what? Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 18, and then chapter 18, verse 10, and then chapter 18, verse 22, and all of that. Very, very important that you ask or consult the Lord for a journey, for even that way it is. How communication, the mobile phone call, tell somebody, very important, how the Lord may see the way and the way, that once you consult the Lord, He may word for you. Yet I see many of you having prophet, yet and we don't see that word of the prophet. Why? Do you know the difference? Is because a prophet that is virgin is different from a prophet that is just a prophet, as you may find on street anywhere. He is not as the Lord is. Look at this. If I'm showing on my channel this particular very tower, it doesn't make it a tower, but you are seeing it like a tree of life. It means there is what? A living part that comes off the broadcasting to you somewhere. Why not? As somebody may be watching even live till you get to where you're going. Your investment should show. Even the Spirit laughing. Why am I saying that? Because this is what they said you cannot do without. How much you invested in life will be rewarded. Like you say the beauty in the car. Yes, that's why people in it. I want to show you how they invest and come out from a different country to another land to sow a seed or to make their business. It's in the Bible. That a country or your own nation that do not receive you travel out of the country or the nation. For this, He has shown you where you would be. All this should be for your guidance. That's reference. That you can say that is a base reference until you doing it, then the Lord knows you are also doing it and backing it. Then the Lord will meet you. Wow. Now verse 30 says what? With all His reign, with all His reign and His might, and the fame that went over Him and over a country known in a different land, and over all the kingdoms of the countries So it means that every kingdom he has raised a country, and every country he has raised a kingdom, and that you know such people as nations. Wow, you want to love this and do more. Now, a bit more. You think we are done? Just take close on this. You will know that I'm doing my best. That you don't know anybody's name called Prophet Nathan. Now you know it. Now watch carefully. What happens here is very, very pathetic. And it's also what? Situational. That the Lord brings them as they are to his angels. You cannot say you have something and you don't allow the angel to guide you. That you yourself, you were told that the angel will show you what to eat, what to drink, and it shall take sickness out of you. And we've been guiding and guiding some of you. Look at what will happen here. Now, what happened to some of them? In verse 28, it says, and he died in a good old age, completely of days. It means that somebody has had to live like the age of Christ, which is 33 cold, or 36, or 37, or 40, or just like that. That is a good age, because you have a very important person, prominent person who has even only 33 and a half. So if we have others who have started the work so early like that, then indeed is of a good age. Good age. So when we hear old, when we describe the old as good, it's a different thing. It means it comes with works. Works. You don't have to be an old man. They didn't say old man. They said good old age. It's a good old man. As for the old man, the Bible says we should throw him away and put on the new man. So the new man issue is now the reference to this generation. Now watch carefully. Completely of days. Like I'm just looking at that. If you know what makes up one day, that is day to night, 24 hours. That's one day. And somehow we could live without food for as long as it is, and we keep on working. So the right flight that the Lord may carry you, so that you don't feel even the pain. And suddenly, things happen. But I tell you, be well balanced. That the Lord is not as you were told, many of them, that a virgin can never fail. Because the Bible that you hold is like virgin gold. You say that? Yes, a saint. That if I show you, the race is like this. That's the G race that we call grace. So the G race is what we have. So the G race, we don't call it any other name. It is a generational race. Or you want to say olive, right there. Let me show you. You see this? It's a lady, fair one, driving her own car. Over there is probably a lady, right there, the olive. And I can show you all that makes what? A beautiful generation like this. Thank you very much. So he said, and he died in a good old age, completed of days, riches. So most of them, they have a place, they have married, they have lived a life. At least they want to say they have really been to that level or age that most people who were described in the past or referred to as Solomon had many you can call. I won't name certain things. Riches and honor. So they were what? Some of them, they have a degree, they have the certificate to be called apostle, minister, reverend. All these are the things they are describing here in this thing. That and Solomon, which we are saying is a soul of a person. His son reigned in his stead. So indeed, he has been given a portion to what? To be in the person of him, to rule. That's what it is. Thank you very much for your understanding, because this is very important. As I have shown you, myself, I am not one that deceived people. It means what I have not been told by the Spirit, I cannot say. As for them, they may hear, they may see, but I don't see that way. I see like a computer. You are seeing the screen. We are designing it. We are creating. I perceive my own works because I'm an artist. So I'm better doing it, telling what I'm doing than somebody is doing something. So that I won't be another voice like a throne. I sit on my own throne as a prince. You say that? Yes, I saw that the thrones. We talk of kingdoms here. I can show you everywhere that I alter here. You'll see it physically, and I can show you also on the channel as the greatest showing the light. For they that be with the Lord in mass bed. Mass bed. What right there? This is what? Mass bed pharmacy. Check right there. Mass bed pharmacy. And you see inside, that is kingdoms. When I call it, you will begin to see it. Kingdom. So he had ordained what? Stars. And people receive of the stars energies. And many countries, he has also what? Raised kingdoms. So every country is represented also by a kingdom. Yes. It means there's somebody who rules in that kingdom, and that somebody, that kingdom, who's also what? The organization is in the country. I don't think you're in a rush, but watch carefully. If you understand very well what I'm saying, here is it. We are looking at the colors, the way to heaven. How Lord's rebellion light, so many colors it is. Why am I showing this? Yes, for they that broadcast in the name of the Lord and came in the name of the Lord, they will say their best, and the ones who keep on working, the flight continues till they get to that places where they have been given a call to. How the flight indeed it is, the flight of the Lord. That the great Sylvester, the shining star, a well that never come in the world to fail. You say that? All this are for your great token of what I'm saying. You will see the love, the beauty, and any other thing. As I just want to show you what they've not been showing you. The reality is before us in the light. Well, check again. Our next presentation material is taken also from this very section that is very important. We'll be looking at what they say is doing good. Before we jump onto what many other scriptures that you probably likely to what know. Now watch here. What is good? First of all, live on the internet, we're also taking that. What is good? So doing good, what does it mean? It means to do good, right? What is good? Now go define it. It's an action. A thing you do. It's a way to release. Give out something. Now what the word will say. You know I'm Sylvester, so my name is what? SLY. And they will have what? Generously. So generously ends with what? Sylvester. That is Sly. Virtuously ends with what? SLY. That is myself. So I've done all this and I keep on doing it. Now watch carefully. So expression, containment, or expression, containment. That's what it says. Probably good. Now watch carefully. If you don't have anything given out, you don't have any good. So in this case, we take an act. It's an act. Virtuously. It means an act. A gesture that is followed with what? You yourself doing it. You your very own self doing it. Like you see the white cars parking right there. I'm telling you, that it should be as pure. If you're a virgin, then in the name of the Lord that you did it. Virgins, purest like that. That you have to say it. You see where I am? I'm in the school. Showing you what love can do beyond understanding. Yes, beyond understanding that you want to say it is. Now watch carefully. So an act virtuously, especially by the what? Supporting, giving up, releasing, empowering weakness, seeing it needful, doing it, releasing, giving up, giving out, handing something onto somebody, handing also over onto somebody something. That is to others. Now, two says what? Make a very what? Supporting contribution to a situation. What do you think is a situation? Okay, I have a piece of land that I want to sow a seed on that. It's needful that the Lord instruct that anytime a time like this comes, we should do. So when I am able to prepare a place or I just share with you an idea, I want to do this with the Lord said we should do. Then you see it needful that even when you have done yours and you have a part left, let's say remain or reserve, you can do good now by giving, that you may see me toward participating in the action. That I have not failed because of you, and I have also not failed because I'm not lazy. Here is it. He said, could the discussion do any good? Then you go there and you do it. This is what we say is doing good. We don't abuse the word by saying God and this and that. No. We say it's required of you to do that good. Yeah, careless. We are showing you careless. Look, you know what? You know this? Unless you are giving. That is what we say is doing good. So that if I give with the purest and sincerity of God, the word and spirit action. What is it? If you know it, why not do it? All right, go on to say this word. Now that you know, look at this word. Look at this very word. Now, what is God? If you want to know what is God, let's look at this in a way that you abuse it as you have G-O-O-D will be good, and then they just take one of the O out of it. Then they say God. Now what's carefully? In most of your gatherings and other monotheistic or monotheistic religion, which we say to say religion is actually what? Angels time is what we say legions. So to join with them to work something is religion, but not as the church define or understand it. No, it's not true. Now, the creator and ruler of the universe. when it's attributed to somebody like this, you are yet to know his name. They are just describing the state of what they are trying to say is this or that. But that they have a name. This is not their name. This is what contains they are giving of something. Like you have 10 crates in your car and you are releasing one crate to another person. That's how you give up. Now watch carefully. And it said what? And source of all moral authority, the supreme being. To say you have come to be that person that say every good, like a vehicle just passed or truck, I would have shown that. Every good source of giving is from one particular source. That's what they are saying. And two says what? In certain. Certain means it is right here. It is sure, not doubting, not guessing. In certain other language or religion, it's a superhuman. Are we not saying superhuman like myself, all of that? Being a spirit or a superhuman or spirit. And the spirit is a spirit trips. So when I come to your aid for rescue, I have desire to trip with you to change one thing to the other. Where we say that probably they worshipped. What did they worship? To get you out of the trouble, like a captain being out of a situation by the rescue team. Like they've been calling when they are in the midst of troubles, they get out the phones and begin to call. What kind of call? They have a special number at the time like that they call. They get a call too at the special stations, and then you get a Motorola and special number dial without long code. Then they just tell this is sinking at this area. Then the rescue team, as the journey, they give calculation of speed, mileage, and that if you do not take this speed to this double up, it will not be that work you have done today. This is what we're saying. That is where you claim to say worship. That when I join you in any way doing what is said is universally accepted or approved by the Lord of heaven and earth, that means that I don't have to get into trouble if truly I have come to your worship. The worship is like a ship or plane where we make combat or we combat any other thing situation unbearable. That is what we say is worship. It's worship. Now, having what? Us having power. They didn't just say it's a place of worship. If you have a worship and there's no weapons and bullets and it's without power. Because it is the bullets and things that you have that made it a worship in it. Now watch carefully. Having power over what? Over nature. What is nature? Any kind of creature, creeping and all of that. As you yourself, you are one of the creatures too. As nature. As you call most of them Nathan. So you see that when you have Nathan, you have all these people connected to this. Or human fortune. Or you want to say human fortune as what? A deity. Even as one of them they call a moon god. So you don't know that you worship most of this. Right there. As also you can say used for emphasis what? Or to express emotions such as surprise, anger, or distress. That is it. Most of them they have what? The God, which is the supreme being or the great superhuman, which did, he said what? I do to what? Deserve this. Like, what have you done? To say something awful happened as unexpectedly ending something's life or adding more life to you, like to just be there and somebody came to surprise you. Take this. That is what the surprises are. It's a miracle to know that today the flight of the Lord is going to carry you without knowing. Without knowing. Or some of them they will tell you, wow, unexpected. So such things is going to be a miracle that carries supernatural forces and power. Are we true to the state teaching? Now God is out of glory, right? As it's going on to do this. Now, take another lesson, a scripture, for instance, from Genesis. We're going to look at Genesis. Yes. From Genesis. Now we're going to look at whose name was or or Onan. Now it says, and which is Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord. Do you know this? Wicked how? You have done more wicked than you thought you also praise or worship the Lord. When I am hungry and then you cannot supply my need, as maybe in the same area of calling or in the purpose, giving and receiving, who do you give to? That's very important. Who do you give to? Then how you give, so you reap it. All these are for your great lessons daily to be learned, that you remind yourself, guided, that he that is called Er was what? Judah or Judas firstborn. Huh? Was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. So the Lord slew some of them. Just like that. And you say you are not that person who understood it. Yeah, unless you are a spirit, unless you are an angel, then you know that you have carried out your task or mission, how you were charged to do it, so you've done it. Now watch carefully. Watch carefully. And it says what? And Judah said unto Onan. You see that the two names are right there, but you don't know it. So you don't ever in any way glorify any of them. It means they have been in the system, and some of them who have their name not a part of the book is because they didn't find it, or it was too much, or their special course of duty is why. But when it comes for doctrine to what? Profit the Lord for an action, you say that the one who says something is hidden. We will know it. And we make it happen right here. Like you want to say the Lord indeed is the one who instructs you, then go and say it. But if it's not the one, find out carefully, you do that. I can say that the Lord is saying it if I have not really made any move to say I listen, I hear. Like I don't just hear. I know I have things that works, rings of things, tones, waves. It's different. Decoding it is not one of them that you say the Lord is saying this and that. I'm very different when it comes to this work. So that it goes on. They just slew him like that. Slew him. So, and Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. Let's say that I've worked on my channel. You know that the Lord has given me a seed as Sylvester Kwesi seed. On my own channel, I have posted it. On my own channel, I receive it. So that to say I have a testimony, look at the cloud for what I'm doing. The flight of cloud is just formed right now. Flight in the glory of what I'm doing to the highest is showing. That I can tell you we are in the base of something without freedom to show you what I can see on street or find on street. That it goes on to say to marry her and raise up what? Seed to thy brother. They say, oh, I am the one the Lord has given what? A seed, as claimed most of the prophet and seer, not one person, but many. On the same channel, I can tell you, some in the books, others on my channel, and many others, without even record. And I tell you, you can raise a seed. If the Lord gave you no seed with anybody that is. So if I've not taken on any wife or taken on any wife, you must be careful. You don't have the right to do things and think it's cultural that when you grow to a certain age, you have to put on a wife or you have to marry. No, it's not true. You don't marry. The Lord must give first. You don't choose. When you choose, then that is the way to what you've chosen. All this is power to show that if I be the one that you call a family member and I'm working all day, all night, and the Lord flights taking you, wow, then I will be grateful that the Lord, with my own flight, will send you to what? Where my kind of work come from, as baptism could be the witness for pureness. And the vision will show that I have really lived. Yeah, I've really lived. How did I live? Not how people live, but I have a different way to say you can't be hungry to do this work. There's nobody on earth that can do what they're talking of this on empty stomach. That is where the Lord is looking at a new way, a new world, a new path He made from this. I was right here just a few hours ago, though, just listen, and we made it. And the moral, like this. And things happen here. You see, this also what? A place for worship. Yeah, they worship here too. And look, work throughout. This is school. And this place, workshop again. They build. And downstairs, they have churches, gathering. They have dentists. They have that. They have offices. And down at the basement, they also have what? This same outlet right down there. You will see the works of teaching and learning down there. And that they have also many other, the Forest Bureau, they have shops to let. They have also gates that lead into what? Another auditorium for gathering. All these are for our guidance and learning. And watch carefully. So Onan Onan knew that the seed should not be raised, or the seed. Look at it very well. Pay very much attention here. I'm making a clear point that you should understand. That Onan knew that the seed should not be his. So he knew that it won't be his. So what happened? And it's what? It came to pass. It really happened. What happened? There you know it's secret. And it happened. When he went in unto his brother's wife, they did what they have to. As what? He went there, right? So they have made a move. That he spilled it on the ground. So what did they spill on the ground? If you thought what you know today is just a news, then in the very language higher than you, written here, he spilled it on the ground. He spilled it. So this is how the Lord is also spilling somebody. I'm not just saying you understand better until I show you what they say. Now that you do these things, you know what they spill. So they spill it. So if I want to say something is wrong or worrying us, I will spill it. But I'm not saying you understand what we spill. Except I tell you, when they are in the act, and then they did something. I haven't gone with any woman anywhere, so I'm just doing my thing. I know what I'm saying. But to say that you know it, you know what is spilled. But I know what is spilled better than you. That is, and he spilled it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his what? Brother. It means he shoot the thing out of the thing and put it on the ground. Then we got it right there. Then look at the other verses. So you don't know better than those who have honored the word of the Lord in the best act like this. And what happened? Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house. So now the lady is getting what? A call to remain as the husband has passed. And his brother. There's even one thing, let me take it and see if we have it. Verse 10. Something very important is at verse 10. I wanted to look at verse 10. Okay, don't worry. We can do that later. So something happened at verse 10, so you can take that. Yeah, so even in this, you will know what happened there. So here it is. To say that, then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow at thy father's house, like this, virgin you will be from that time. Like, you won't have anybody touch you like this color, you have to say it. Nobody come to you. Until what? Until what? Till Sheila, his son. So it was a man that they even called Sheila. Till Sheila, his son, be grown. For he served, lest peradventure he died also, as his brethren died. So the two brethren, and the other, and Onan, how they were doing their thing, you heard that they have died of something. So he was also saying, even if he should grow to meet this lady of their family or whatever, to marry or to continue the process, he doesn't know if it will also end well with him or not. So he says, peradventure, he also died. So that's why some people went out to bury somebody, also to use that as an opportunity to preach out, reach out. So to reach out to many on the need to what? Listen to the word of the Lord. And the Lord says it is better for him to do that which he has predestined than how humanly they think it is. And it happened. And what happened also? That peradventure, he died also, as his brethren did. And what happened? And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. Had she listened, or the same Bible had deceived her to do that which is not lawful? So what you are leaving behind, somebody is saying, this is what somebody must do also. How? Yes. And verse 12 says, and in process of time, the daughter of Shua. You see that when they say Yeshua, the Ye, and then you have Shua. Right there. All these are the names. That you want to say they call somebody Jesus. That wasn't really that name. That the name should not have been changed because the one who worked had his own name attached. That had a name called Shua. That when you say Yeshua, it means the flying Shua. Yeah, there's a flying Shua. It means powered, the one, and the angel Shua. It means it operates more angelic. That's what it is. To know that there's a name original called Shua. So that when you have Ye, so the Ye is a wings. When you put Ye in the scripture in Egypt, the letters and how they created it. And in Hebrew, the word Ye is actually, even when you say Ye or to say I, that same Y is also matched or powered with what? That's like that. To say the wings, yeah, the wing Shua, the wing Shua, yeah, the wing Shua. I mean the angel or the one with the horn, the one with the wings. So it said, daughter of Shua, Judah's wife died, and Judah was comforted and went up unto his what? What is it? To what? Sheep shearers. To what? To Timnath. He and his what? Friends, Hira. They're what? The Adullah or Adulamite. Adulamite. Let me even put the word the way it is in the spirit power. Adulamite. That's it. Adulamite. So that's the name. Adulamite. That's how it sounds. Adulamite. So Adulamite or Adulamite. We have to have this to the end of the very broadcast. Ask the Lord, show the way to heaven, how beautiful it is, and how also distracted He told you it is. He told you, right? Yes. God, the way to heaven is what? There's also a distraction, a path that leads to distraction. So you were probably going to what? Heaven, or on the path of heaven. There is another thing that happened. Those are the things He referred to as, it is likely, or peradventure, you made this person, what weapon are you going to show it? This is where the end of the day comes. Thank you so much. As I can show you the way to the light and the way to the one talking. Here's myself, your host, your number one. I've shown you. I live in a city, not in cemetery. I live in a city that I have built. I live also from the very highest of heavens, that I'm the only one showing what goes on. Thank you so much. Giving you live feed from Accra, Tertiary on Fertilizer Road is an estate area. Thank you so much. I'm Beckham Sylvester, the host. At the same time, the guest, the one who watches what he's doing, carefully even before it gets to you. Thank you so much.